Peppa Pig's family went on a picnic. Daddy Pig was very eager and devoured a chocolate cake, but he choked and vomited it onto Mummy Pig's face. Meanwhile, Peppa and George were playing soccer when George accidentally kicked the ball far away. As Peppa went to retrieve the ball, a little spider quietly crawled onto her, and by the time Peppa noticed, the spider had already bitten her arm. Pega screamed as she flung the spider away. Peppa quickly ran back and said she had been bitten by a spider. Daddy Pig reassured her not to worry, saying there are no poisonous spiders here. The next morning, Daddy Pig went to check on Peppa. When Peppa leapt out of bed, she startled Daddy Pig. Then she flexed her strong arm, claiming she had become powerful and strong. Daddy Pig decided to take her to the basement to help move heavy boxes. Suddenly, with a bang, a box fell and struck Daddy Pig's face. Daddy Pig was hurt and went to fetch an ice pack to apply to his face. Peppa, however, discovered she could walk on walls and even climb up to the ceiling. She had become Spider Peppa. When Daddy Pig returned, Peppa kicked him, slamming him even harder. Daddy Pig said he would punish Peppa, but Peppa refused to comply. She felt that with her new strength, she should use it to protect her neighbors. At that moment, Miss Rabbit was driving a bus when suddenly the brakes failed. Peppa happened to be nearby. She leaped in front of the bus and decided to stop it with her bare hands. Miss Rabbit was extremely grateful and asked who she was. Peppa replied, "It's a secret," and then disappeared. Back home, the newspaper reported the heroic deed. Daddy Pig finally realized that Peppa was Spider Pig. Peppa tried to hide it, but her mask fell out of her skirt. Daddy Pig thought it was amazing, while Mummy Pig found it too dangerous. Peppa said that now she had superpowers, so she should protect the city. George wanted to join her, but he didn't have superpowers. He had to stay home. George was unhappy and played ball by himself. Then he discovered a puddle of radioactive liquid and jumped into it like a mud puddle. Mummy Pig hurried to bring him back home. Later, Peppa angered George. George suddenly turned green. His muscles bulged, and he punched Peppa away. George began to wreak havoc everywhere. Peppa put on her mask and tried to stop him, but George kept attacking, even hitting Daddy Pig. Peppa hurled a television set, but George grew even angrier and smashed through a wall. Outside, the two engaged in a fierce battle. Peppa begged him to stop or he would get hurt. George punched her, sending her flying, almost crushing her. At that moment, Mummy Pig arrived and sternly scolded George. In the end, Mummy Pig punished George, and Peppa was rushed to the hospital in an emergency.